What's going on, people? Today's going to be an exciting day. Maybe not so much for you, but definitely for me. I hope so for you guys too, because, well, today I'm looking a little bit more dad-like. Let's get this started. You guys like my dad noises? Now, normally I would say that I'd never wear dad gear like this, but it's changed. No, today I am not one step away from going down to Applebee's, having two Bahama Mamas, and getting naked and belligerent. I actually got sent this. Okay, so let's air out all the dirty laundry you think I might have right now. I'm just going to empty it right out on the table. Let's be fully transparent here. Did I buy this jacket? No, I did not. Is Viking Cycle sponsoring this video? No, they are not. Here's the actual deal. A Viking Cycle representative reached out to one of my buddies on YouTube, Bearded Bobber, if you guys want to go check his channel out. Great dude. And also Bombshell Biker. That's his lady. Great peeps, go watch. But anyways, Viking Cycle reached out to me and asked, hey, we would like to send you a couple products to review if you'd be interested. And full disclosure, this is because they want to do what any company would want to do and get their products out there with more exposure. Viking Cycle is not going to see this video before it releases. They're not paying me to say anything positive, negative, or otherwise about the actual jacket. And I have full creative control here. This is all up to me. This is all just my personal opinion with this brand. And this jacket. Incidentally. Nope, they are actually just reaching out and trying to get more exposure through more grassroots means, which I applaud them for. Viking, I love this strategy, and it's not just because I'm getting a free jacket out of it. So, now that we've cleared all that out of the way, let's move on to the actual stuff you want to see. This is the Ironborn slate gray, I want to say the color was, jacket. They have many other color options. They sent me the slate gray. It's a 3-season mesh armor jacket, and this is my first actual mesh jacket I've ever owned, just because I really do have a specific bias towards leather. I'm not a big textile jacket kind of guy because, as you may or may not know, leather is better for any kind of racing because it has a lot less friction on the road and you slide a lot easier. And if you're in a crash and you're going fast enough that you are sliding across pavement, most of the damage in the slide is sustained when your jacket catches the road and you start tumbling. You'd rather just stay in a still position while maintaining the slide to a stop. Now, that said, I know a lot of people do not actually wear leather in the summer. This is going to be a great summer jacket because, well, right now it's still winter. And I'm riding around just fine. I'm wearing the removable liner that's inside this, but it does come out, you know? And it's got zippers on the back, and I believe on the sides here, to actually allow airflow through. So it's great for fall, summer, and winter, because one thing I've noticed about this jacket is it functions as a great windbreaker, essentially. I feel pretty much no wind coming in this entire jacket. I mean, the sleeves are sleeves, and I'm wearing my short sleeve gloves, but I'm wearing my 3-season gloves instead of my actual winter gloves because it's not that cold out today. It's probably about 40-50 degrees, and it's perfect. We'll get to the specifics a little bit later, but I just figured this is the most important part of the video to show you. The fit and finish is really kind of the most important part of the jacket, and I will say that this thing fits pretty nicely. It fits tight, and I think there's a reason for that, and I think it's actually part of the whole safety aspect, mostly because you want less friction in a crash to catch on the road. So it has to fit tight. I'm sorry I can't really give you guys a summer review right now because that's a good 6 months away, but I'm pretty positive that once you remove the liner and you open up the zippers, you'll get tons of airflow. Is the jacket waterproof? Well, unlike a lot of dad gear that claims so, no, I don't think it is. Sorry, you guys will have to forgive me for calling this dad gear. It's just, I don't wear anything with reflectors, and this has got some reflectors on the shoulder and right here in the wrist if you couldn't tell. And you'll get a better look at it in a second, but I think the actual reflector design complements the look of the jacket well, because they're up high, they're on your shoulders where you will be seen by cars, and the style looks pretty good, you know, for a dad jacket. It ain't no shot perfecto. And at high speed, you don't notice any wind coming in. Okay, yeah, see, you can tell it's not that cold outside if people are doing that. But I mean, it's not like it even goes down my waist very far. Again, you guys will see that in a second, but there's not even a lot of wind coming in, you know, underneath my waist. You know, again, provided you dress like a dad and tuck your shirt into your pants. I have noticed that a t-shirt that's extra long, because I do wear extra large shirts, they usually have a little bit more length to them, so you'll have a little bit of flapping in the wind going on there. And of course, that'll let some air in. One of the things I was surprised with is the armoring inside this. It felt like cheap, kind of like foamy, kind of soft stuff, but it's actually CE rated. And to have CE rated armor in the elbows, wrist, shoulder, and back, in a jacket that costs $79.99 US dollars. Listen, I'm looking past the fact that they sent me this jacket for free. But if this was my style of jacket, and again, Viking, thank you so much for this. But if this was my style of jacket, and I was looking for something that would be both protecting and breathable, I think I would definitely spring for this jacket just at its price alone, because you guys have heard about the saddlebags that I had before. I loved them, man. Before they flew off because of the stupid easy brackets that I used that just would not secure right, they were great. They were literally half the price as everything else on the saddlebag market for Indian Scouts at the time. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I've had about a week of riding experience in this jacket so far, and I've got to say, as far as quality goes, it's pretty par for the course from what I've come to expect from Viking. It's not like it's some amazing $800 jacket, but for being the quality it is, I don't mind paying 10 times less than that for it. This may come as a surprise to you guys, but I don't sell out very easily. So with all that said, let's get into the pros and cons and a little bit more of an in-depth analysis. Alright folks, so let's go into some cons here. The first thing I noticed with this jacket is it's kind of tight-fitting, as you know, so that's actually a feature because it needs to be for safety. The next thing I noticed was that the actual jacket itself has a tight fit around the neck right here. If you can see that, there's only a little bit of actual Velcro contact patch where it actually makes, you know, an actual seal. The next thing I noticed is actually inside the jacket sleeves here. You can tell they're sealed pretty well from the elements, which means they kind of trap moisture in. And when that happens, you kind of feel it. A little bit swampy on my arm right now. Not too bad, but maybe in the summer it's something to notice. Obviously with the removable liner, that's probably not going to be an issue. Another minor gripe I have with this, zippers. They're not YKK brand. Now, I have a little stipulation with that, because if you notice my other jacket, my leather jacket that I normally ride with, you'll notice that it has a little keychain ring right here. That's because that broke off. YKK zippers are not infallible. I want to make that stated for sure. But I don't know exactly how much it would cost to add that as a feature, so that's just a thing. Everyone knows YKK, everyone knows they're trustworthy. Tell you what though, with the zippers, here's a little pro. Look at this. This is the pocket that I'm using for my wallet here. Very easy to access. Very easy to actually close back on the bike because it has these little ties to it. But look at this. Look at that. It goes into its own little zipper chamber. I guess that's to muffle the sound with the silicone here, but it's also probably just to keep it from moving around and getting on your nerves. I like that feature. Now the jacket itself actually has a lot of internal compartments. It's got a little cell phone icon there, got some pockets here. My problem was initially when I got the jacket, there's not really a whole lot of explanation as to what goes in these pockets, but if you look right here on the graphic on the screen, you'll see exactly what does what. The funny thing is, the tags that came with this jacket didn't explain any of that. You have to go on the website to see everything. Here's a deep pocket right here. I don't even know what it does. There's little tags somewhere on here, and actually up here there's actually a space that goes all around through the neck piece that allows you to actually have headphones wired through them if you want. You see right here it has a sunglasses pocket. It's got another cell phone pocket, but I was looking at these cell phone icons and I was like, what in the heck are these things? How are you going to fit a cell phone in there? The icon is actually an old brick phone from 1996. Oh, and like I said, gotta tuck the dad shirt in to keep the wind out. Now let's get into the pros of this thing. These little wrist straps are awesome. They're Velcro, they're easy to access. When I'm trying to take this jacket off myself, I can put my arms behind me, and when I put my arms behind me, they're actually designed to be reached by the other hand. As you can see, I can just grab that with my finger right there. And when you're reaching with these little wrist straps, it's actually really nice too, because when you seal this up, these little side straps right here, they're Velcro as well. And these things are just, they're so reachable from where you are. And then they adjust and pull the jacket just perfectly tightly around your waist. So as long as you guys get the right sizing on the sizing chart, you'll be all right. And there's actually even some more wrist adjustability here. If you've got a little bit skinnier a forearm, you could just pop that snap right off and attach it right there. And look, there's your vent right there on your arm. Now, when this was fully sealed, I could still feel a little bit, and I mean a little bit, of actual air coming through at highway speeds. But you know, if you're like me, you're probably not going to be wearing this thing in the dead of winter, and it wasn't enough to bother me. And like I said, guys, this thing is armoring. It's CE rated. I'm not exactly sure what material it's made out of. On the shoulders, on the back, all that sort of felt weird to adjust to, but I'll tell you what, when you're actually riding, you don't even notice it. So my final verdict is, I'd buy this. If I wanted an actual mesh jacket, a textile jacket like this for the summer, like I said, it's not my style, but I would probably wear this in the summer when it gets too hot, just because sometimes, oh man, when it gets hot here, it gets hot, and that leather jacket does not breathe at all, so. So I don't know how much of a life this actual jacket has as far as longevity goes, but I'll tell you what, I will probably wear this. And for 80 bucks, it's pretty much come to be right on par with what I would expect from Viking. It's pretty good quality. It's not a whole lot of money. I've seen these kind of jackets go for twice that. So just a special shout out for Viking. I gotta be honest about the little things that bug me, but that's just because I gotta be transparent. I really appreciate you guys reaching out to smaller motor vloggers like us to get your exposure out there, but it also helps us. And if I've helped you in this review, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check down in the comments with me. Let me know if this helped you make a decision at all. So thanks guys, thanks Viking Cycle. Peace out. Thank you, GoPro, for dying when I needed you most.